Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Cutter, and it's time for another one of my Mousepressions. This one's a little overdue, as I did originally play this game in October of last year during a live stream. So this game has been out for a little while. I never did cover it on my YouTube channel, despite enjoying the 2 or so hours I played during that live stream. And that's normally how this works. It is my Mousepression after all. I'm not playing through the entire game. Instead, I'm just playing a couple hours, and if I feel like the game is worth showcasing, well, then it's presented in this series. I will point out before we get started, I did receive a copy of this game for free. Just want to give you guys that full disclosure. With that being said, I think that Attack of the Earthlings is a little deceptively billed as an XCOM-like. It is similar in theme, with a role reversal where you are playing the aliens being invaded by Earthlings, which is the opposite of what you see in XCOM. But as far as the gameplay mechanics go, outside of it being turn-based, I think they're quite a bit different than XCOM. But I'll let the game speak for itself once we jump in. Normally, what I like to do with this series is I like to give you guys a slice of the basic mechanics of the game, so you can decide on whether you want to do further research into the game and whether or not you want to pick it up based off of that research. So with this game, I'm not going to jump right into the beginning of the campaign. I'm not going to hit new game because you don't really see as much of the mechanics as I'd like to demonstrate. So instead, we're going to load into the second mission. And the missions are somewhat lengthy due to the turn-based nature of the game. So with this load in, I have loaded in past the opening cutscene, but otherwise we're at the very beginning of the mission. And this mission I think is good. It does showcase the story and the humor of the game, which is a big part of the game. And if I didn't show that part, I think I would be doing the game a disservice. I normally try and avoid story, but I think with this particular game, the story is pretty important. So I'm going to show one of the more fun missions in my mind as far as that story is concerned. So we start off and we have control of only one alien, but this alien is the most important alien as it is our matriarch. And the matriarch is going to be spawning in all the other aliens that we will control. There are 2 Earthlings that we see right now, and you'll note that they have a vision cone. This is a pretty important element of the game, as stealth is a pretty important element of the game. If the Earthlings see something that looks like this in their vision cone, they will freak out. And if they are a soldier that has a gun like this, they'll shoot at you. If they're a civilian like this, they will get scared and run away and try and raise the alarm if that's something they can do. So in both cases, you want to avoid that situation. What we're going to do in this mission, though, is we're going to assimilate Carlos. Carlos is right here, and turn him into a drone with an ability that we unlocked just before this mission, assimilate, right here. Now, just to explain some things with our character, we have a number of action points, so already we're diverging from the mechanics we see in XCOM, where you have 2 movement types. You have half move and full move. Here we have the more old school action point system, where moving a space consumes an action point, and the more spaces you move, the more action points you have, and it does show how many points you'll have once you've done that action. So we'd have 5 if we move 3 spaces. So let's go ahead and move over towards Carlos. We also have 1 attack per turn, which I'm going to skip over that. We're going to have tutorials pop up as we go. And it's going to do 25 damage. We can see that hovering if I hover over Carlos, but we also see in our little tool tip thing above our character, we see our health, but we also see we have 1 attack. And we know if we have more attacks if we had more boxes here. And the number that we're going to do is 25 damage. So again, we see that when we highlight. So Carlos only has 10 health. If I attacked him, he'd die right away. And the soldier here has 25 health. So again, if I attacked him, he'd die in 1 shot. But again, I'm going to want to do that without him knowing that I'm there, preferably. But for this particular mission, we're going to use this ability. And we're going to turn Carlos into a drone. Now you'll note this ability has a cooldown. A lot of the abilities work that way. In this case, it's a cooldown of only 1 turn, so when I end the turn, I'll get it back. But I also have a limit of only 1 drone per matriarch, so this is the only drone I can have as far as this mission's concerned. Now, why we want to use this drone is the Earthlings won't see anything wrong with this drone. We can see something wrong with this guy. There's obviously something going on here, but these guys don't really see anything suspicious unless he does something suspicious. If he does a suspicious action, that will raise their concern, but otherwise, he can go ahead and move through here, and they don't really notice anything. Halt! Oh, it's just you, Carlos. You still on for drinks later? Who am I kidding? Of course you are. Catch you later, man. Now, there is some voice acting, but that's more in the cutscenes than the characters in a particular mission, so that halted my movement, so we'll just continue it forward. And because that guy is moved, I am able to move the matriarch over here, but we know that this door is locked. I can't get through it. So what I need to do, and they already say here, get callers to use callers to get through the lockdown. Right now, the doors are locked and we can't get through, so we need to get him to the security office. We'll just go ahead and end the turn because we're already done. And unlock the doors for us. So that's what we're going to do. And we can't do that with our matriarch because we see some vision cones up here, and we'll see in a second why that would be a really bad idea. We see that there's an auto turret and 2 soldiers, and they would murder the crap out of the matriarch if we tried to. And as a matter of fact, you can see the turret has, what do we got? What, 5 attacks here of 25 apiece, and the matriarch only has 50 health? Yeah, she'd die very badly if we tried to go that way, so that's something we definitely don't want to do. So let's go ahead and continue here. So our matriarch's not going to have anything to do for a while until we get Carlos through. Now, I know which way to go, but if you do go the wrong way, the game will steer you in the right direction, so there's no worries there. With a more direct course to the security office is this way, but these guys aren't going to let me through, so I'm going to have to go kind of a back route. Okay, let's move through here. Now, most of your aliens do come with special abilities, and we'll see what this one does in a little while, but more or less what it does is it distracts. So we can draw the vision of the other guys that are standing around to look at us so that our alien allies can do what they need to do. Hold it right there, Carlos. Thought you could get away from your performance review, did you? Nice try. Get in there. All right, we have a performance review. And that takes us right into the security office. So that was the direct approach here, but right now it's being guarded, so we don't want to go that way. All right, so let's end the turn. All right, let's go into the security office. Hey, Carlos, let's get...
Huh?
Wait. Something's not right. What's wrong with you? Oh my god, you're a year older! And there's a good sample of the humor of this game. So you suspected that they would uncover your disguise, because to us it's very obvious, but no, to these guys, they just think you have a nice haircut or a fancy hat. Alright, we need to get to the big button that turns off the security terminal that says do not press. So, end our turn again. But yeah, the premise of this game is that there's a corporation that is drilling for resources on our home system, and we are
Doors unlocked.
not really liking that, so...
Look, the point of a lockdown is that the doors are supposed to stay locked. Do you want to end up like Sector 1? By which I mean fired, but definitely not dead? Just follow protocol, all right? It's very important that our repair teams remain undisturbed.
Okay, now we have to kill all the repair teams, and that's our objective. But first we're going to kill this guy. He's not looking at us, so we can get away with it. We know we can one-shot him, so he's now dead. And we're going to eat his corpse. This is a pretty important mechanic, as consuming his corpse gives us biomass. And biomass is our currency to do a lot of other things. We can spawn a grunt, but that costs us 4 biomass. Right now, we can't do that. So we have to kill some guys. And now that we've unlocked the security doors, hey, we can come in here and look at all these guys. And they're not looking at us, so we can go in there and murder them all. So that's what we're going to do. Now, the one thing that kind of tripped me up the first time I did this mission is you saw that there was a turret here. Well, when you turn off the security, that stuff goes away. So you can now go this way.
What's this? A memo for a party on 2nd? I don't seem to have received an invite. Oh, that's a shame, as without my authorization, it's not permitted. Oh well, I guess the party's cancelled. Get back to work. Oh,
Well-
and leave the cake. I'll send someone from security to pick that up.
Well, we're going to get them back to work, and that work is going to be dying. We're going to kill the soldier first. As he's the one armed with a gun. And I happen to know, in this particular instance, these guys are going to see me, but they are not going to be able to run away. So we are now more or less free to murder them. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this body. Now, it does consume AP to do this action, but now I have enough biomass, I can spit out a drone. We can spit it out around us. So. Now, there have been some updates, I think, since the last time I played, and in this case, one thing I think I'm noticing is it takes you 2 clicks to do some actions, rather than it just happening automatically, the first click. So, for example, when I go to eat his corpse, I click once, nothing happens, click twice, it does it. It may have worked that way before, but they may have modified the game to do that, because I don't seem to remember it working that way. Now, we, again, only have 1 attack. Note that the box went away, so we don't have another attack. So even though I could move up to this guy, I'm not going to be able to do anything here. So we're just going to end our turn. Well, we can move the Matriarch up a bit, I guess. Now, Carlos can't really do much because he does have attack, but it's only a 0 attack value, so we can whack him here. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do that. That's the Q attack. We want to do a normal attack. So we can whack him here, but it doesn't do anything. He's fine. Drones are not meant for fighting. I find it funny that they even give you an attack action. But I guess if you want to draw fire, that's something you can do. But the distraction action is going to be the main way that you do some of these things. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill this guy. I'm going to do it with the Matriarch, I think, rather than the drone, because I want to do other things. So, not the drone, the grunt. Okay, we are stopped because we're in his vision. I guess that's a mechanic. I don't know if that was a thing either. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played, so. Pete, no, get back in the cake! Oh, poor Pete. He's about to get murdered. Alright, well, let's eat a corpse right in front of him. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. Alright. Let's grab our grunt and have the grunt to kill this guy. Okay. And then we'll eat his body. We could do that with her. It costs 2 action points regardless of who does it, and you can do it multiple times. Now we've got quite a bit of biomass. I'll go ahead and spit out. Well, let's have our drone go do something first. So we've got this guy, and this is, I think, a good time to distract. So I'm gonna go over here. He won't think anything is up because we're a drone, and according to him, oh, okay, we've got a thing. So the Goliath, which is another type of alien, was just unlocked for us. And this is why this is a good mission to showcase a lot of things, because we see a lot of mechanics just because they give you all of the different alien types. In this case, this guy has more than 35 health. So there's a couple different ways we can deal with him. Option number 1 is we hit him with more than 1 alien at once. Option number 2 is we use this thing, the Goliath, which will do a base damage of 35, which is exactly how much health he does, so we would be able to kill him in 1 hit. I think I'm going to go with the way that the game suggests to do it. Now, another thing I'll point out is you can go in vents, and vents will allow you not only to hide from the enemy if they're patrolling around, they won't see you in a vent, but it allows you to also jump to another vent. If they're connected, of course. I'm not positive that those are connected, but I'm going to guess so. Now, that's not too useful to me at the moment because, normally speaking, a vent's a good way to get in behind somebody like this, but this guy right here would see me, so that's not really going to work out for me, but it is something you can do, and I might showcase that. But for now, I bet you we could spawn a grunt, turn him into a Goliath, and kill this turn. So I'm going to try that. So go there. So the evolution just works by clicking on a grunt and then clicking this, and as long as you have enough biomass, in this case 8, to do it, click and do that. I'm also going to show you what happens when you distract. So distract time. Oh, that might actually take action points to do, so never mind. But I think we can get in here without... Oh. Maybe we can't get in there? I'm going to try to see if we can get in there, but it's possible we won't be able to because you'll see us here. Oh, no, we can get in there, just the way it was pathing. So, right-click, he's dead. And we can eat him. Okay, now we have 10 biomass. Let's get one of our grunts in there. Okay. And you will move up as far as you can. Alright. So we're pretty much good to go for the next turn. Let's end our turn. I think we're going to unlock another character type, if I remember correctly. So we'll have Carlos go in first to scout. Okay, yeah. So now we have the Disruptor. So this is going to be your ranged alien type. I'm going to put Carlos here just so he's out of the way. Now, only certain alien types can go in the vent. So I can go in the vent with a Grunt. And I think Stalker as well. I think that's the other type. But I can't do it with the... what was this called? Yeah, Goliath. So that's a concern. All right. Go ahead and move up here. Just out of his vision reach. We'll evolve into the Disruptor. And now we use our special ability, which is to shoot at range and kill this guy. It does 25 damage if I remember correctly. Let's see. Yeah, 25 damage, which is how much health he has. Boom. He's dead. Okay, let's just move aside so that we're not blocking this catwalk and the others can move through. The Goliath's special ability is to shield up. So if you're not going to be doing attacking or what have you, it's a way to reduce the amount of damage. You do start with some armor, and you'll see armor here in a bit. But the armor is pretty much damage reduction. Corpse. Okay, and we have one more action point. Not really sure how we're going to get past this next guy. But we'll do it nonetheless. So I didn't manage to showcase the distract, but I think you guys get the idea. I'm going to spit out another grunt here. Probably need it. Fortunately, it's not going to get far because everything's blocking the way. So we'll just end the turn. This guy I think is on a patrol though, so he'll probably move into a position where I can kill him. Yeah, it looks like we're good to go. I don't really have to do much of anything. So we'll just move in here. I don't think there's anything else in this room, so I'm pretty sure we can get away with this. You also have lockers like this that you can hide in. I don't know if a Goliath can hide in something like that, but your other alien types, I'm not going to do it with the drone because that's kind of a waste of a move, but we'll showcase it with the grunt here. So yeah, you hop in. I think it takes some action points to move in, but it's just a way to hide. Like again, if there's a guy patrolling and you need to sneak up on him, just hide in here, he won't see you. And then when he's facing a direction, you can get in behind him, you pop out and you murder him. That's usually the idea. And you could also do that with your matriarch if you want to make sure she's safe. You just stuff her in the locker and nobody will be able to get to her. Fine. Okay. So that's his turn. Oh, I forgot to eat the corpses. I'll have to do that next turn. You do that with the matriarch. I think I got the corpse out there. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Let's scout with the drone because the drone's not going to trigger anything. Okay, so we have 3 enemy contacts. And we have somebody over here. That's probably the first repair crew. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to need a coordinated assault with this one. Go ahead and have her on out. Corpse, so I don't forget. Okay. So this one, I think I'm going to have to ready up. Because I'm not going to have enough action points, I think, to do this attack. At the moment. You come over here. And rotate the camera around if you can't see so well what you're trying to do. And I guess you can go here. I'm not sure I want to spit out another grunt just yet. I think we'll be okay to do that. We'll have the grunt go around that way, probably. Just to put it in a spot that makes it so we can do this assault. I'm gonna guess these guys are patrolling. We'll see what happens when we end the turn. Okay, that guy's gonna go more over this way, and that guy's gonna go more over that way. That actually makes it more problematic for me to get him. Oh, it looks like this went over this way as well, so I guess I could have gone that way rather than bunch everybody up here. We could probably kill this guy and get away with it pretty easily. So I'm going to try and do that. And as long as we clean up our mess, we'd be alright. So I'm going to move here and then kill. Oops. Shouldn't see me. Murder him. Now, these guys will see me, but the guys with guns are too far away to see it. And these guys don't run. So this is one of those missions where having civilians see you is really not that big of a deal. Okay, so now I'm just going to move over here. We are going to want to eat his corpse so that there's nothing going on with that. So can anybody get in there with enough action points to do that? I'm not so sure. We could kill one of these guys just to get them out of the way. What about you? See that? Yeah, I think we're kind of in a situation where if I come over to eat him, I think I am going to be seen. But I'm going to try it. We may be able to distract with Carlos. Okay, we'll kill the repair crew. And I'm hoping in being behind this wall, we're not going to draw too much attention. Guy's dead. We might be able to use our range attack here. I didn't pay attention to see if this took any action point. Doesn't look like it does. Just costs an action. We do have a cooldown for it, but that's alright.
Why has Repair Team A gone dark? It could be. No, my senses would have... Wait, what's this? Muted?
Aliens on level 2! Aliens on level...
Oh no.
Okay. Let's go see where this guard is and see if we can do anything about him. Okay, so now we have the last of the main alien types. We have the Stalker upgrade. So the Stalker, the big important thing with him is he has the ability to punch through armor. So if we look at this guy, he's got 25 health and 15 armor. So none of my guys would be able to kill him in one hit. So what ideally we'd want to do is have the Stalker go attack him, because the Stalker can do 25 damage and ignores the armor, which is good. So, well, here's hoping that these guys don't move in a spot where they're going to notice me. I do see a civilian there too. I don't think distracting them is going to help me at all. So we'll just stick over here and hopefully he doesn't patrol enough that he sees stuff. All right, well, I think that's our turn. We could put the Matriarch in a spot where she might be able to do something. I'm going to guess that the Stalker upgrade is... Well, we could spit out another drone if we want to. A drone grunt. Matter of fact, hold on. Probably be better if I go in the corner. I spit it out here. I don't know what it's gonna do. we could Overwatch. Overwatch is an ability. If an enemy moves onto a spot, they die. Well, you attack them, more or less. The problem is it has to be that very specific spot. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that because this is a too wide corridor. I'm going to guess he's going to stay here. And if I like go here, he's just going to see me. So ideally, you want him to walk along like this. You stop here, you put the Overwatch there. So if he walks down this way, you kill him. But I don't think that's going to happen. So in this event, I think I'm going to move over here. I wouldn't be able to eat the corpse, would I? I think we're just going to stay put. We'll just end the turn. We could stalk her up right now. I guess there's no point in not doing that. And you get to see what the stalker looks like. There it is. Now, I think the stalker can go through vents, but I'm not positive on that. Okay, let's see what happens with this patrol. He's going to keep going that way. Depending on how his patrol goes, we may be able to ambush him and put an Overwatch out. If he hugs this wall, the Overwatch would kill him. So I'm going to try that. I don't think the Overwatch consumes any action points. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to put an Overwatch out. Right there. So if he comes around this corner, we got him. Although, I think in theory, this is the better spot, because he may be able to still turn and see me. And then if he sees me, I think he stops. He may even shoot at me. So this is the important one, though, is going up and killing here. I think his vision cone's short enough he wouldn't see what we're about to do. We could hold off on it, though. Let's do a little bit more scouting. Now, the one thing I haven't shown yet is queuing attacks. You can queue attacks so that you're attacking simultaneously. But I've killed everybody in front of me, so I haven't really needed that. You know what? I think the good call here is we have this guy come over here. We Overwatch this way. I don't know how effective that's going to be, honestly. I think, again, you want to have a quarter like this, where he's not likely going to turn and look at you. You're going to move forward and eat a corpse for me. You're going to move there. You're going to go eat the other corpse. More or less cleaned up that crew. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and showcase this. So, the special ability we have here is a trap. We place a trap, and if the enemy steps on it, it explodes, and they become dazed. So, there's a possibility we'll be seen here. But I just want to showcase that we only do 25 damage, but we do eat through armor. But did this guy hear that? Nope. He didn't notice anything. Okay, well, let's go ahead and end the turn one more time. I don't think I want to do anything with the matriarch right this second, unless we want to spit out another thing. But we might want to do upgrades and stuff. So for now, we're just going to stay put with her. So end turn. Let's see if our Overwatch works. Oh, well, he sees me. Okay, well, unfortunately, he is hugging the wrong wall, so the Overwatch wouldn't have got him anyway. Okay, well, we can go kill him, and I'm going to showcase the queued actions here. This is not something I need to do, but I'm just going to show it just so you get an idea. So, he's been queued. And let's say, for whatever reason, this would be important that we do this. And in most cases, you're doing this so that you're not drawing somebody else's attention. Let's say if these two guys were closer together, if we wanted to kill this guy without this guy being alerted, we'd want to kill them both at the same time. So we should execute, and both actions are going to happen simultaneously without them being able to react, so they both die. All right, well, honestly, I think that demonstrates a lot of the mechanics of this game, and I think it's going to be as much as I do here. How many action points is this? 1. Okay. As long as we have 1 left, I'm just going to demonstrate what happens when we do that. Up for a sneaky smoke break before I miss that. Alright, doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have an extra objective there, which is optional. to kill the Overseer. I don't believe I did in my first playthrough of this. Mostly because if you do the primary objective before you do the secondary objective, you don't get a chance to do the secondary objective. Also, the Overseer is extremely tough from what I remember. All right, let's just do this just to showcase what happens. So we went, hey, look at me, and then everybody looks at me. There you go. That's just pretty much a demonstration of what that does. Now, unfortunately, in this case, where I was didn't really help because they still have vision cones over here. But I could orient myself, like, for example, if I did that over here, then everybody that's looking this way would look over this way, and then my guys could sneak in and kill stuff. So that's the idea of what the distraction is used for. But as I said, I think we've demonstrated a lot of the mechanics here. So you kind of have your core types of aliens here. And then really the other things that you have, which I'm not going to show because I'd have to go through the entirety of this mission, is once you are in between missions, you do have a upgrade mechanic. So you're going to get a number of points based off of how well you did from one mission to another, and then you can spend those points to unlock different quote-unquote tech, and they're going to be upgrades to your various alien types and in general. In any case, I'm going to wrap things up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.